Now I request Udumala Sudhakar to share his point of view. Please, Sudhakar Reddy, please.
Sir, Dilip Reddy garu, thank you very much for your introductory words. But among these senior journalists, I think I would, because I heard from Sri Jayant Ghoshal garu for first-hand information from COP, and I could not attend because I applied for a fellowship and I didn't get it. So the Journalism Network Fellowship. So there were only 19 fellowship across the globe. So so that was the story. But I would stick to the topic like the role of media and what on what are we supposed to do or not doing on climate change. So most of us, most of the journalists, as many of you have said, climate change is a rocket science for most of us. And a regular erratic flood is attributed to climate change. So that's any erratic weather event, an isolated weather event is attributed to climate change by most journalists. But actually that means we are not trained properly. Most of the journalists, particularly, most of the climate change institutions are located in Delhi, and in Hyderabad we get a little training. Unless now with Earth Center coming up, we hope that there will be a lot of training in future. So, and apart from that, rural journalists and Telugu journalists, their plight of having knowledge about climate change and its implications and impact and how to report on it is very poor. So what I feel, a lack of knowledge, lack of training among journalists is the biggest hurdle that need to be addressed. So somebody, because in Delhi, because I went to around 15-16 years ago, I went to Delhi at the UN Habitat Center and got trained on climate change reporting. That was done by a Delhi-based NGO along with United Nations. So that, and I also participated in COP11 conference at Hyderabad as a United Nations observer, being a biodiversity expert panel member. But that fortune, like everybody is not so fortunate to cover these kind of events and get trained. So that is the important aspect, what I feel journalists should be trained. Rural journalists or journalists based in 2-tier cities, and even in Hyderabad, then we need a lot of training, including me, in that sense, on how to interpret technical knowledge and climate change. And because, for instance, recently I went to different parts of Andhra and Telangana to report impact of climate change on migration. But how to link climate change with migration is a big issue, because you can't just say everything happening, drought or agrarian crisis happening is due to climate change. Who will tell us that? Like, where is the data? So that is the biggest drawback. Do you have enough data on mandal-wise rainfall data? Yes, we may have, but and the drought situation, that means we do not have enough resources in Hyderabad or Andhra, Telangana, or this part of the country. Suppose I want to quote somebody on climate change on this topic, particularly impact of climate change on migration. So we have one climate change center at EPTRI. The plight of EPTRI, maybe Professor Purushottam Reddy garu can tell. These people, they have cut paste the state of environment report last time. So I wrote a story, and they write environment assessment reports with Union Ministry of Forest and Environment. They cut paste most of them. So even the scientist Babu Rao garu also mentioned a lot about it earlier. So such kind of experts we have got, except Professor Purushottam Reddy garu and a handful of people, we don't have experts here who can tell us what is what, and there are less number of research studies on that. So I feel there is a need for training. And I remember as a journalist in Vijayawada, I was working with a newspaper. I don't want to name that. My editor, I was writing a lot on coastal ecosystem and wildlife, coastal issues, mangroves, dolphins. So my editor asked me one day, do animals read newspaper? Why are you giving me so much stuff on these? I can't put all these stories. When I was a reporter there, so are the English newspapers or Telugu newspapers giving enough space? Do the editors giving enough space to the climate change or related reports? No, that's a clear answer is no. Because as Jayant Ghoshal said, TRP, or Uma said TRP related journalism happening rightly. Even in print, at least print is better. You get better space for climate change stories. And other important, that's how, what is the solution for these? How do we get space? So write localized stories. Talk about, for instance, currently in Telangana, what are the two major subjects that are directly or indirectly linked to climate change? Podu and paddy. Regarding paddy, Rakesh Garu spoke. And Podu is a carbon sink. Forest is a carbon sink, a huge carbon sink. And the government currently in Telangana is out to destroy the carbon sink. They want to give away forest rights. There are a lot of non-tribals who encroached forest, and there will be a fresh wave of encroachments, whoever tribals. And when I was proposing this story, my supervisor was telling me, because I hope, so if you lose carbon sink, if you lose our forests, and they may say, for instance, we are talking about thermal power plants. Telangana, from before the formation of Telangana, after the formation of Telangana, the amount of forest diverted is almost, I don't have exact numbers, but is almost equal to 60 years, what happened in the past 7. That means it's an indication of development. But where is your carbon sink going? So that is, nobody is talking about it. So it's huge diversion of forest land. And suppose if I write that, and I write thermal power plants, why Telangana is expanding thermal power plants, like in coal-based thermal power plants, like anything. If I write that, I am considered as anti-Telangana, because Telangana is a new state, it needs development, it needs coal, it needs power, because you're giving free power, you're giving power to anybody. Like power surplus state. That's how. So, but you know, the Sentinel, European Space Agency, Sentinel-5 satellite data that shows Ramagundam, all these thermal power plant areas, Vijayawada thermal power station, these areas are the biggest NO2 hotspots on the earth. It's not just India or Telangana. So one of the biggest NO2 hotspots. So coal-based thermal power, and you know, we are running thermal power plants that are outdated, not updated. There were a lot of environment CPCB sending notices. Nobody bothers. Central Pollution Control Board sends notices. Nobody bothers. So such kind of emissions we are producing. State as a state, we are producing such a kind of. But there is always a conflict, as we are talking about anti-tribal, development, anti-regional, or anti-Telangana, or anti, like somebody's talking about, I wrote a story on carbon cut or meat cut, because it's vegetarianism, or because you know how livestock methane production is related to that. So when we write that, there are a lot of sensitive religious issues involved. So, but at the same time, as Professor Garu was telling, uranium, nuclear energy, is it a clean energy? But while are we destroying forests? Because Nalgonda, now Kadapa, I have visited Kadapa uranium mining area. How I have written series of stories on uranium impact, uranium pollution impact on people there. So I think though there is a conflict, I think journalists should write a lot of localized stories. Don't talk about if you're talking about China, if you're talking about, of course, at a national level or at a broader perspective, talk about what China is doing, what Russia is doing, what India is doing. But for a local journalist from Hyderabad or from Mancherial or from Warangal or from Vijayawada, talk about local stories. Where is the state climate change action plan? State government, both the governments, Andhra, Telangana, are sitting on climate change action plan. There is no implementation of the action plan, which is a copy, cut and paste from several areas. So such is a situation. So journalists should, my piece of advice is focus on localized stories. What are the local impacts? What is the impact on River Krishna? What is the impact on River Godavari? What is the impact on migration in Mahabub Nagar? So what is the impact on carbon sink? What is the weather patterns happening? How drought, whether it has increased over the years? So maybe localized stories help us to keep, that's where we get the space. Otherwise, you are writing about more technical aspects. You won't get space in the newspaper. If you have to get space in the newspaper, you have to write localized stories. At the same time, there is an issue of balance. We don't know what kind of, that is a much deliberated topic, like not to look as anti-tribal, anti-development, anti-regional, anti-state, or what anti-state in the sense, not the government. So I think that's a very important point that we should look upon. Then, as we said, data is very important, where Rakesh and his faculty is doing an excellent job on data journalism aspects. Apart from fact checking, that they're doing excellent work on data journalism, which most of us, 99.9% of journalists, at least I'm telling those who are from Telugu states, we don't know how to use data, how to scrape data, how to work on data. Forget about learning Python or some other language. Because in climate change, data is very important. You can't just talk, you can't just interpret everything on the ground, happening on the ground to climate change. So you have to have abundant data to link it up to the, so data journalism should be taught to the journalists who are on, and sound, but because what has been happening over years, we are sounding that climate change is an alien subject. Climate change is something not, it's an international negotiations. But I think there is a need, Dilip Reddy Garu, because your Earth Center has come forward and doing a lot of work. Maybe you can train journalists, and you can be a pressure group on, for instance, what is the climate change center that EPTRI for state is doing? Because India has to reduce carbon emissions. It is not India, it's just states. Each state has to reduce. So these kind of things, a state level action plans should be discussed. What are they doing? So all those things, I think as a pressure group, maybe, yes. Because EPTRI is so, I was trying to do certain stories, but they're, you know how RTA, they destroyed RTA in this place and entire India in that sense. So where do we get information? I think what journalists, we need training. We need like good resources, experts to talk about it. Like maybe we can make a compendium of climate change experts. Maybe we start with the name of Professor Purushottam Reddy Garu, his email ID or his WhatsApp number. So make a compendium of climate change experts and different, like retired weather specialists or whatever. There are a lot of weather experts. There are a lot of scientists. There's one professor, I think, in recent climate change UNCP report, he's a Telugu guy, he's from IIT Delhi. So maybe I think for a rural journalist, because unless you tell the people that you are going, because I know how, maybe we should plan a trip for journalists and take them to Krishna district. There is an island called Edurumandi. I have seen it as a child. How big is the island? But today it is sinking. Why should we take the example of Maldives? Take an example at your so I think there is a need for training, localization, balance, what kind of balance, and antidote, whatever. And the biggest challenge for climate change journalists today is your carbon sink. Your government, the paddy because of paddy, a lot of gases emissions are generated, and because of carbon sink destroyed because of Podu. So nobody is talking. One tiger conservationist have written a letter. There's space for that. Maybe you should voice out saying that, look, Mr. CM, you are destroying carbon sink, stop it. Podu cultivation, you may get votes, few votes, but you are destroying generations of tribals. So we have to tell them. So thank you very much, sir, for everybody for listening to me, and it's a great discussion. Thank you, sir.
Sudhakar, Dr. Udumala Sudhakar Reddy garu, very much thankful for your touching upon many crucial issues, both the angles at the development, what development, and ultimately what is the resulting, and journalists, how they must be well equipped to do this sort of special assignments, updating their knowledge and getting proper training, and doing service with them knowingly, with knowing what is happening and what reality is, and at the same time even proprietary, and the people at the editorial helm of affairs. If you want to write about animals, your readers must animals. That perceptional issues also you raised it perfectly, and it's a great contribution for today's deliberations. Thank you, Sudhakar Reddy. I must be thankful for your sparing time, crucial time.